how can I apply the same process, or how do I investigate the past to have the same liberating effect as the realization there's no future?
Okay. You say the second observation you made was that the events in the past seem to have happened to someone else. Yes, they didn't happen to you.
Yes.
How come you remember them? If you weren't present, how could you recall them?
Yeah, that's a good question.
They must have happened to you.
Yes, they did, and I can see they clearly happened to the same body and the.
No. They didn't happen to a body. Your experience doesn't happen to a body. Your experience happens to awareness. A body is not aware. Only awareness is aware.
Right.
Yes. Your body is something that happens to awareness. Yeah. Experience doesn't happen to the body. The body is itself an experience that happens to awareness. So there was something that you call I. There was something present experiencing breakfast this morning that is present now experiencing this experience. Yeah, and whatever that was in inverted commas, that experienced breakfast that you called I am tasting my toast. Yeah? That I is still present now, experiencing the current experience. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to recall breakfast this morning. Yeah, it's the same I that is present. Is that clear to you?
Yes, it's clear now.
In fact, the same I has been present to you throughout your life. Even the 5-year-old boy, whatever he was experiencing when he was 5 years old, when he had his 5th birthday, whatever he was experiencing then, which consisted of thoughts, sensations, and perceptions, was experienced by the same I that is experiencing this experience. Now, the thoughts, the sensations, and the perceptions that were being experienced then have all vanished. Yeah? The mind, the body, and the world that were then experienced have vanished. There is no consistency in thoughts, sensations, or perceptions. In other words, there is no consistency in the mind, the body, or the world. But nevertheless, you have the undeniable experience that there is a continuity to your experience. Something has remained present throughout all experience. Thought tells us that something is the world. It's the world that has remained constant or permanent throughout all experience, and the body and the mind to a lesser extent. Actually, that's not our experience. Our experience is that the only thing that has remained constant throughout all experience is consciousness, awareness, or I. Not a mind, not a body, not a self, not a world. Just yourself, I. So, for that pure I, for that pure awareness which is independent of the mind, the body, and the world, what experience of time does it have? In other words, take away your thoughts and your images, because those come and go. What experience of time is left?
Just now.
But now is not a moment in time. In order for now to be a moment in this huge space called time, we would have to know the experience of time. In other words, is now really a moment in time? Is it your experience that this now, and you know what I mean by now, is it a moment? And if so, how long exactly does the moment last?
It seems that way only when you apply words and concepts to it. But if you just feel it, it doesn't get pinned down.
It doesn't last in time. It's just eternally now. Is it your experience that the now is slowly moving through time?
No.
Or is time a thought that is slowly moving through the now? In other words, do you have any experience of time in the absence of thought?
No, not in the absence of words and thoughts, concepts, no.
For instance, when you're deeply asleep, no thought, no time. That's not a coincidence. It's because in the absence of thought, there is no time. In fact, even in the presence of thought, there is no time. But there is the belief that there is time.
Yes.
So this now, that is present now, is not one of innumerable nows that have existed in time throughout your life. This now is the only now there is. It hasn't come from a past, and it's not going towards a future. It is eternally present now. When I say eternally, I don't mean everlasting. It's not this way, it's this way. This now, this present now, is the only now there is. It is eternity, ever present, not everlasting.
Yes, I can see now the mistake was to think about time rather than have that feeling about the future that I referred to a few months ago. I must have started thinking about it rather than just kind of living it.
Yes. For instance, it should be easy for you to go there because you've had the experience that the future, if you look forward now into the future and you ask yourself, where is that future? Is it stored up somewhere, ready to come into manifestation? You can't find it. It's just not there. But now do the same with the past. Try to find 3 seconds ago. Where is it existing just outside awareness? Can you find it just sort of in the trash, just behind awareness? Or 3 days ago? Or 3 years ago, or 3 decades ago? Where exactly is it? What exactly is it? Your actual experience of a past. Try to go there. Try to really experience the past now. Can you do it? Can you take yourself out of the now just for a moment and go into this past, to taste the past?
No.
You can't. Have you ever gone there? Have you ever actually left this now?
No.
Could you ever go there?
No.
Has anybody ever gone there?
No.
Could anyone ever go there?
No.
No. Why do we believe as a culture in the reality of time when nobody has ever experienced it? It's a concept. It's a very valuable concept. As I said earlier, there's nothing wrong with the concept. For practical purposes, it's necessary. But to believe that that concept refers to something that is real is a mistake. And it's a mistake that causes us a great deal of unhappiness. It's just not there. And the present moment is not a slither of time teetering on the border between these two vast spaces. It's not like that. The now is far more substantial than that. It's not a fragment, it's not a slither of time. It's made of pure awareness. The now has nothing to do with time. The now is just pure eternal awareness. It doesn't come from somewhere. It's not evolving towards something. It's eternally present.